Welcome back to another episode of Heart and Hustle. I think this is episode 12 or 13.
Do. All right. Might be 12, but we're not counting anymore because we messed that up the one time.
I'm sorry.
It's another episode and that's how we're going to roll.
I know. I'm just excited because a lot of people don't make it past the 10th episode and we're now comfortably skirting right past. So.
Listen, today is an episode to loosen up. You've been hit with some highs, some lows. Someone had to cry in our last episode. So this one, we're going to name and discuss 5 pet peeves. And this is not pertaining to each other. This is just in daily life of pet peeves that have followed us more so than others. And more so recently than not, I guess you would say. Because everybody's pet peeve list can change because they get reminded of something. But as of late, this just seems to be, or at least for me, my list. So
yeah. I also just want to say I really like to reflect on myself. And after looking back on past episodes, I think when we have serious conversations, I'm very, very serious. So I wanted this to be a little lighthearted or too, because I'm very
This is my jam.
Yeah. And it's easy for you, I think, to even in a serious conversation, it's easy for you to pull out the fun. But for me, I'm
I can't be serious without fun.
Yeah, I love that.
Because if I am, everybody thinks I'm angry.
Yeah.
Because it's not me.
Yeah. No, you're a doofball for sure. And it's part of your magic. And I
don't know if doofball is more insulting than goofball. I don't know. I feel like
I don't even know why that came out. I don't think I've ever said that word before, but it fit right now.
Doofball definitely seems more insulting than goofball.
You're a doofball.
Because doofball is like dummy goofball, it seems like.
Well, you can't make up the...
That's it. Pet peeve number 6 for the day. All right.
Also, I do want to just give a little disclaimer, not that we need to, but I feel like when I was writing my list, it was very judgy. And when we have these conversations, I feel like there's kind of a negative connotation to the opposite of what we're speaking of, even our past episodes and stuff. And I just want to put it out there that, I don't know, there's truths to everything. Everything is just for our perspective and the very specific person that we're talking to. And I think there's a role for everybody. You know, there are people who are meant to live our pet peeves, and that is how you're meant to live, and that is totally fine, and we love that for you. And that's still
that's the whole thing
true
about
that it bothers
being
us.
On the internet, though, is if you hear something or you read something and it strikes a nerve, that means it's related.
Yeah. So we're gonna trigger people is basically what it's getting at, but and it's not meant to.
I don't think it's. Well, I don't know about your list. I'm curious now because I don't think my list triggers people, but I think it might because you could be one of the people that do this, but I don't know if it's.
You know what?
Triggering.
I actually don't think that my list specifically triggers people, but I think I care a little more when it comes to how I'm being perceived because I never have negative intentions, but I also have very strong opinions because in order for me to be the way I am, it took a lot of undoing and redoing and being able to really actively define who I want to be and what my pet peeves are basically the opposite of the person I want to be, right? That's why it bothers me.
Sure.
So just being, I don't know. I just feel like it almost means more in this realm of life because they're active decisions of just me not wanting to be a certain way, not wanting to act a certain way, and not wanting to evoke a certain emotion when I'm doing something.
Well, that's what I've always said to you. Is I really don't care what people think of me.
Right.
So long I'm the one that makes them think that about me.
Yeah.
So if someone doesn't really know me and it's just someone else talking bad about me because they don't like me, and then now these other people that don't know me as much have this fabricated persona of me, and then they watch this or they hear this, they watch any of my other videos, they're watching it with a negative intent or right off the bat, oh, blah, 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 blah. And it's just I don't even really know you, and I didn't make you feel that way. Whoever you're talking to is. And that's the other, that's a whole nother conversation about, we've touched at one of the first few episodes, I think, where just influence based on your habits, and that was when we talked about screen time and stuff like that. But let's kick it in. Why don't you want to kick it off? Okay, let me see what my number 1 is and see if we need to go. Oh, you know what? Let me go first because my number 1 is the top of the charts and it is without a doubt gets me riled up off the get-go.
Wait, is this one you think I'm going to agree with? Like, is it going to...
You're going to agree with it for
Okay.
me, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So the first of my 5 biggest pet peeves: being late to appointments or your plans, especially when you're the one that made them.
Yeah.
I can't stand that shit. Let me tell you something. If you're the type of person who lives life like, oh, let's just go through life and I don't want to be on anybody's time and I'm here for me and this and that, great. What it shows, though, is when you have the appointment, and especially if you made them, right, it shows lack of respect. And all that shows me is your character. I'm not saying don't put yourself first. I'm not saying this, but this isn't a event. I'm not talking about you get invited to an event where it's like, oh, the event's from 5 to 9, and then you just show up at 6 because lollygagging, right? It's not an appointment. I'm talking like you have a doctor's visit. You have a reservation at a restaurant. Something you've known about and scheduled yourself, and you're late.
And you still don't make the time to get there in time.
Excuse my language. You're a fucking asshole. Flat out. You might hear a lot more curse words out of me on this
Well, we're talking about pet
than
peeves,
you've
so
ever
clearly...
heard, because my blood pressure's going. I'm going to get a ding from my ring and my watch here soon that my heart has already elevated, along with my non-sponsored Celsius drink that I have over here.
Maybe we need to put that thing away.
So yes, and there's too many times where just people don't respect other people's times, and because they put their own self first, which you always should, but care a little more. Just care a little more. And I think millennials do that better than anybody else, because we are always taught, treat people how you want to be treated, respect elders, all this, that, the third. And I think it's just subconsciously ingrained in us where we're better at it than the other generations. I'm not saying that every millennial is perfect at it, but I'm just saying, like, just don't be late to your damn reservation, your appointment, your gathering that you set. Like, really, dude? Like, really? Like, do better.
Yeah, that is one that really bothers you. I'm more type B.
It
bothers me a lot less. No, but don't get me wrong. I'm not walking around just like willy-nilly being late to everything. But okay, so
just if you have it late in the day, though, like even if it's late, if you're off, oh, dude.
Oh, especially when there's no reason.
If there's literally no reason, that's what I'm talking about. It's just like, oh, it's at 5 o'clock and you're off of work, or you don't work, or you don't have school, or whatever, and your ass is just late because you just like sat in bed and watched 5 extra episodes of Netflix. Like, you are an asshole,
bro. Especially
if
you don't have
bro.
Kids. I'm bro in the audience. If you don't have like kids, if that's not the reason, because those definitely throw a wrench into things. But like, man, if you're like single,
no, but even so,
what
are you waiting? If you're again, I'll go to 5 o'clock. Is your thing at 5 and you're waiting until 4:30 to get your kids ready? Like, yo, how long have you had these kids? 6 hours? No, you've had them for years. You know it's a repetition. You know it's going to take you a while to get them out of the house. Start your shit early. Just don't put their clothes on. Have them get dressed at the last minute so they don't ruin the outfit and make you upset. But have them ready to go. Have their shoes ready. Have their outfits picked out. Fill them in on the plans. Let them know why you have to leave at a certain time. They're kids. They don't know anything. They know La La Land.
Well, they know what you teach them.
Right.
So you either teach them to
and then
be
it's
ready.
Up to them to learn what's from there. If you're okay with letting them be late, and if you're okay with them getting on your nerves, like, you're also teaching them something else. So fire away with your number 1.
I'm going to skip to my number 2 because I feel like it coincides with your number 1 so well.
Watch. Having a partner that gets ticked off by being late for appointments.
Kind of. I can't stand people who get mad at things that don't require anger. Oh, I fucking hate that.
Give
and
an
not
example.
saying that was
because
that,
this isn't. I know this isn't one, but people watching might be like, "Well, there's that."
I don't know. There's a lot of things that I personally don't think require anger that I think people walk around frustrated about, and I'm always like, "What? Like, your life is hard because you're making it hard because you're choosing to be mad at things that don't matter. Like, if it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, or if it doesn't like negatively affect, I can't make things matter that don't matter. Like,
maybe
and I
something
can't stand
small
that.
then. So are you saying, and this is just off the top of my head, I don't even know if this is what you're talking about, but maybe something along the lines of like, you're going into a store or something like that and you're just wearing a t-shirt, but it's freezing cold and now you're just pissed off the whole time, like stuff like that?
Kind of. That's more Okay, yeah, that could be one because that doesn't require anger. But then again, if you're cold, like you can't control.
Yeah, but
Like,
there's the harnessing it versus just be like, oh, I'm frustrated because I'm cold. But what you're saying
sure,
is you're just getting mad as it snowballs.
yeah, and then like you're, I don't know, possibly like having a negative interaction or
Right.
ruining people's, time around you when like it's not that freaking serious. Go buy a hoodie. Like there are okay, dang, this is gonna run into another one,
Well,
but
you can kick off your second one after this. But
okay, because I
I think
really
people
hate.
want to hear an example.
I can't think of an example. Road rage. Road rage is a big one. I think road rage unless you're in a rush to get somewhere specific and you're frustrated that you can't get there, whatever, like emergency or whatever. But like we are all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop saying like. By the way, I'm publicly calling myself out here. But we're all just trying to get to where we're going. And if they're not late or if they left themselves appropriate amount of time to get to where they have to go anyway, like why are we rushing and being mad at everybody around you when we're all just like in cars getting somewhere? Like I just can't get, I hate when people, so road rage I can't stand because one, I'm not going to sit in a car with somebody who's angry. Like I don't deal with that type of energy, especially if you're in control of a moving vehicle, which has my life. Like absolutely not. That's why I'm the driver, because I like to be in control. And I'm just chill because I'm not going to be mad at everybody else in the world around me who's also just getting to where they have to go. Like
I'll
we're just
co-sign
living
that
life.
for you just so people know, because
Hate
a
it.
lot of times when we're in the car and somebody's acting a fool in traffic and just doing all these things, and you can see they're visibly mad, and then they just blow by you even though you're already speeding.
Like you
Your
idiot.
your instant reaction though is all the time. Even sometimes I might be guilty of it, and I'm like, "Dang, what an a-hole!" And then you're like, "Hopefully they're in a rush or it's an important."
I hope they get to
And
where
like
they have to
that's
go.
it. Yeah, like that. You don't ever like co-sign like the rage with the person
No.
causing it. So
That's another thing I can't stand. Now I'm just going to go off. But like if you're on a rant, not you, but in general, somebody with me, like you're having road rage or whatever it may be, don't try to get me to co-sign because you're mad at some shit that doesn't matter. Like I willingly, I only have a certain amount of fucks, and I learned this a few years ago in the personal development world. It's a big deal. You call it what you want, but I'm calling them fucks. I have my amount of fucks in a jar, and those are the amount that I have for the day. I'm very strategic in where I use my fucks. And where the person's blowing next
not
to me
wasting
on a
them on
road.
you.
No, that's crazy.
I have to waste them on me.
Yes, I want to waste them where I specifically want to waste them, not on somebody else's anger about something that doesn't matter and isn't actually going to affect me in one way. I
One
can't
iota.
stand that. Yeah, so I'm not one that's going to co-sign on whatever you're like negatively thinking about that actually isn't a big deal. I'm going to remind you that this is stupid and you need to come back down to earth, because we're not going to be mad about things that don't actually require anger.
Sure.
Like, especially in a relationship, I love that you're so patient, because I'm very annoying. I'm definitely in the annoying one. You're annoying in a funny way. I'm an annoying in an annoying way. And I know that for a fact. And you are so patient. But I could never be in a relationship with somebody who like got mad at everything I did. Like, chill out. We are just humans doing human things in a
my annoyance
partnership.
is if
You're like a little boy annoying.
yeah, I'm gonna try to get you out of whatever you're mad about, but it's gonna annoy you. So it's gonna come to a point where like you're mad at first, then you're annoyed by it, and then now you can do nothing but laugh about it.
Yeah, because I'm not willing to waste any more. Because you're probably right, and you're just reminding me that it actually didn't matter. So
Yeah.
anyway, like just being angry for no reason, harping on negativity, trying to get other people around you to co-sign on it. Road rage when you're actually not even in a rush to get anywhere. Like you're just chilling and driving, and you're mad at everybody when you actually don't have anywhere to be right now.
I
You're
love
an
watching
idiot,
the videos.
bro.
I love watching.
Yeah,
the road
they're
rage
funny.
Like behind people, like you can like they're taking the
Spazzing out in
camera and
front
they're
of
in the rear view.
Yeah. So yeah. So
All right,
people
so
who
pick a
don't
second one.
well, it was the
You said it
people
was going to trigger. That was it.
people who get mad at things that don't require anger,
Uh-huh.
and then that led into
So your second one.
that was kind of just it. All right, so my second one, this is actually what I wanted to be the first one. And I'm saying women because that's specifically who I feel like I'm most passionate about. But this is just people in general, because I actually just love people. But I can't stand when women water themselves down to be lesser, because I feel like they sometimes do it in a way that makes them seem like it's cute or it's cool or it's dainty and little. And I think it's fucking gross. I hate it. Like, for instance, I have a friend who always acts like she's out of the loop. Like she's first of all, she's like high 20s or whatever, but she's so old. Like she doesn't know the lingo. She's not cool. She doesn't know what you're talking about because she's not in the loop. Like it's just a way of like making her like lesser than, like stupider, playing dumb. I hate that. Like, because it's not about 6'7". I don't know what you're talking. Like it's not that, right? It's just like acting like you don't know something. Or like in high school, I feel like a lot of people, this is really sad, but I was in a lot of like AP and advanced classes, and a lot of my friends were not, and they would like act dumb to be cool, and I'm not willing to act dumb to be on your level. Like that's not cool.
There's nothing cool about that.
Nothing cool about being dumb. There's nothing cool about not knowing something, not understand. If you genuinely don't understand something, of course, but like not, you know what I mean? I hate that. I hate that.
On just to touch about acting dumb, or actually just being dumb, is it's actually the reverse, where sometimes in school when you're the smarter one, the smarter kids are the one that act like they're not as smart as they are. And so, we had an instance where someone we knew very close, that's a teenager, and they were act like that. And then we just told him, was like, why is that a bad thing? And I was like, you think that it's dumb to be better and be smarter? I was like, you know what else is dumb when you hang around those losers? I said, when they finish and they move on, and then you get held back because you don't want to hold yourself to the high standards.
Yeah.
Tell me they're going to be your friends. Now who's made fun of? Now who's the dumb one? Now who's that?
Yeah.
Granted, I'm the foolish one because nowadays they don't hold you back in school with the social promotion, but
how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? And if that's how you went about life in high school, you're probably the people that I was like thinking about when I wrote this. Like you're acting like you have to be lesser than what you are or what you want to be, instead of like being your full self because you want to fit in with people who don't match your fullness. And I think as a society, especially, and this is why I said women, even though this is true for all people, but like women have to do the deconditioning because we've been more conditioned to just be the housewife. And that's another one of my pet peeves. That kind of goes, that's why I don't like housewives. I can't do the trad wife thing. To me, that's very much watering down who we're here to be. Like that's such a, and again, if you're born to be a trad wife, then by all means, just be a trad wife because that's what you're born to be. But like if it's just, I guess compared to what I feel like I'm meant to be in my soul, that's such the littlest blip. So it hurts me to see other women who aren't born for just that little blip to make that whole little blip their meaning and their personality, because that's what society has conditioned us to want to do, quote unquote.
Right.
That's my gripe.
So I was going to say, when you were talking about the watering down thing, or, pretending like you don't know something, I actually think it's a little combination of both, where it's like you're watering yourself down, but then like people also do that shit to seem too cool to know what that little gag reference is that's happening in society.
Okay,
you know
sure.
what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't know about that. Like, bro, if you've ever picked up your phone in the last 72 hours, it's that big of a deal. It's impossible to miss. I'm not talking about like the 6-7 thing, but I'm saying there are certain things where it's like, oh, did you see this? Or did you hear about that? And it's like, first of all, if you got in your car, you worked around anybody, turned a television on, scrolled any kind of news thing, there are certain things that just you can't get away from.
So like trying to pretend you're out of the loop,
right?
Because that's what's cool. And like ignorance is not bliss. Like I want to know shit and then act accordingly. You know what I mean? So I really, really, really hate that. And as a woman who really just wants women to be all that they're meant to be and step into their power and undo and redo and be who you're meant to be, no more watering yourself down, pretending you're dumb, pretending you don't know what's happening, pretending you're older than you are. Like, I hate when people get up and groan, like, oh, everything hurts. So it's like, yeah, my body hurts too. But like, stop talking like you're so old.
You're gonna trick yourself into thinking it earlier than it should. Yeah.
Or like when you're turning 31 and like, oh, I'm so old. Like, you're not even a third of your life if you can live a healthy. What are you talking about? It's not cool to act like you're so old and all these little youngins. Like, shut up. You're young. Anyway. So I don't like that.
All right. So my second one is people who constantly have a dead phone.
That's a good one.
I can't stand that shit.
That's a good one.
Because now I'm not saying I haven't been guilty of my phone dying, but let me tell you something. Ever since I've had a smartphone, my phone has never died.
I would say for
It has
you,
never died.
no, you're
ever.
right.
Now, a lot of that could be I'm not as much of an aimless scroller as people. I don't just sit there and abuse my phone's battery by watching dumb things and looking for dumb things. But at the end of the day, even if like I did have my fair share of this, and I make content on my phone throughout the day, so my battery is getting used in a different way.
You're on your phone a lot. Like there's a lot that you have to do from your phone, but you're very prepared.
But when I'm not present, or I'm sorry, I'm not doing it in the form of when I need to be present.
No, yeah.
Right. So obviously checking emails, answering business things, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. But my phone has never died. I think the lowest I can recall my battery ever getting is like maybe 6%. And that's like a full day of overload, which isn't normal. But when I wake up, my phone's on 100. When I go to bed, I'm waking up at 7:15. And then I'm going to bed at anywhere between midnight and 2 a.m. And my phone traditionally just might hit 19-20% at that point. And people are going to sit there and say, oh, well, you have the newer phone. This now. I was like, but I also had my previous phone I had for 3 years. So the people that constantly complain about their phone dying, you kind of show me who you are. And you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you're using your phone for the dumbest stuff possible.
Also, I think for you, it matters because you value preparedness and you're always prepared.
100%.
So it's not even just about like how much people are on their phone. And it's not just that like you're not on your phone a lot or whatever, but you are very prepared and your personality type, you very much plan ahead. So even if like you kind of calculate where your phone's at, how much left you have to do, where it's going to be. Are you going to be home and be able to charge your phone? And you charge your phone accordingly. Like you make sure you have a power brick if you need it.
Well, it's also just the way my brain thinks too. So like I also know just thinking about it that if I need to make a video or two, I'm not going to go immediately into doing 17 emails because now my phone is working overdrive, which is going to drain my battery. I'm going to segment it away. I'm going to sit there and go, I need to make my 2 to 3 videos, edit them, post them, boom. At an hour or 30 minutes after I can feel my phone is no longer as hot, warm, whatever, then I'll go check the emails. It sounds stupid, but it actually drains your battery. It's just like a computer, right? If you have all these windows up on your laptop, you have like your browser, you're watching a YouTube video in the background, you have Photoshop open. Tell me how much faster your computer's going to die than mine, where I'm just answering my emails at this very moment and then I just close it and then I come back. Yeah. It's working. There's so many things processing more.
You should see how many tabs I have open right now. I just looked last night and I was like, whoo.
And that's what it is. I don't care about the tabs. But yeah, if your phone's dying and you're the person and your phone's always dying, I guarantee you it's not because you're busy. It's because you're wasting time.
And and also the lack of preparedness and all of that together.
We're talking in the grand mass in a vacuum, not everybody, right? Yeah. It's just but even if your phone is dying and you're just calm and you don't even care, that's fine. You're my type of people. It's the people that are, trust me, you all know these people. Every time their phone dies, they're making it a big deal. Like they need oxygen. Oh my God. Anybody got a charger? This, that, the third. Yeah. Why? So you can watch some more fucking TikTok videos?
Right.
So you can do some dumb shit? Like, no, you don't need it. You just want it.
Yeah.
You want to be prepared when it hits 7%? Be fucking prepared when it's at 91. You already wasted 9% doing nothing. Be prepared.
Yeah, no, that's a big one. Definitely one I can vouch for that bothers you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go into my next one, which kind of piggybacks off that then, because
number 3.
I can't stand when people complain with no desire for a solution. Or like, for instance, with the people with their phone dying, your phone's always dying, but you never do it. Like, go buy a power brick. Go make sure you always have your power brick. Like, what can you do to make sure you're not constantly in this position? Because you've already been in it X amount of times. At some point, can we make a solution? And I'm just very solution oriented. And naturally, when people come to me with problems, I can't help but to think of possible solutions, or how do we get going in the right direction, or like, what does this mean and what can we do about it? Because otherwise, what the fuck is the point of you telling me literally anything? Why are we having this conversation? Like, are we just lulling in it, or?
No, we're telling them about our pet peeves.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So we're telling you about our pet peeves, and mine is when people don't have a desire for the solution and you just want to rant and complain and blah, 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 blah. I used to have a bunch of friends that did this. And again, I can't help but to come up with a solution.
Even the
and they would
biggest thing on
actively
that,
tell
that's the
me,
first thing
no.
they say.
What? That they don't want to?
No, that's the first thing. Like you said, actively complaining about shit. Those are the same type of people that when you sit down and you meet up, it's just like, hey, hi, blah, blah, blah. And then they immediately go into complaining about some shit. And it's like, whoa, can we get the waters to the table first, dude? Like,
and it sucks for people like us because we are the safe space for a lot of people. And like, that's, if we don't have those hard boundaries, which I didn't have, I learned to have them over the past few years, but like people just vent and complain and
if
dump
we
their
know
shit.
that's the conversation we're going to have with someone we care about, that's one thing.
Oh,
if
yeah.
we're meeting out because we're like, haven't seen you in a while, let's have some fun, catch up. And then that's your form of catch up. Like, I didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
I want to catch up with you, with who, you know, the stuff. Now, obviously that these things going on in your life relate to you, but I'm asking you on a different level to like catch up. Like, let's plan to get better at meeting together, yada, yada. Let's not just sit here and who's got the best complaint for the next hour.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't have many complaints. And when I do something about it. And I like to be around people who also are solution driven, because if I do have a complaint and I'm telling somebody, like, it would be in order to maybe put our heads together and help me take one step forward. You know what I mean? Anything. But it's not just to have you sit here in my shit with me. That's crazy.
Right.
But some people operate like that. And again, that's fine. But that's not fine over here.
No.
So you got to take it somewhere else. And there is a time and a place for complaining, for venting, for
100%.
We're not saying
You
that
have
that's
to,
not.
You can't bottle it up. You just need to make sure everybody's on the same page of that type of topic.
And you preface it with, this is how this, you know, whatever, however you go about it. But yeah, not saying not to have those conversations. That's crazy as well. But I just can't be around those people.
I think this, so my third, I think is, and mine are in no order, and I don't think yours are either. But just as of right now, this one, it triggers me, but I can't figure out why.
Oh, okay.
I just, but you know it. And I can't for the life of me understand why it's such a big deal. I don't know. And it's people who leave the fucking lights on.
Oh.
Like you just, like you walk out of a room and you leave the lights on. Now, granted,
I can't help you with this one.
you can't because you and Milani do it, but I don't show the frustration for you guys. I'll actually just go and I've sat on the couch where I'm sitting now and I can see that you guys have left her bathroom light on, and you'll just come and sit down and I'll just get up and go shut the bathroom light on. But it triggers me. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I love that you don't know why and you're aware of the fact that it triggers you,
It's so
but you
stupid.
don't have a reason.
And I think that's why it's actually a pet peeve. It's a pet peeve for me. It's not a pet peeve for the action. Like the pet peeve is the joke's on me.
Let's dissect it. Let's figure out why. We're live on air.
I'll tell you why. You know what? It probably stems from when I was being lied to as a kid.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What are you
In the
being lied
car, I
about?
couldn't have the light turned on because I was told it was illegal. Fuck you. It's not illegal.
The last episode or 2 episodes ago, whatever, was called From Trauma to Triumph. Not this one.
Yeah.
You're going back through your trauma. Yeah.
That's where I think, I don't know.
No, it
Maybe.
is. It definitely had something. I mean, when I grew up, first of all, I've always been a chronic light leaver oner. My dad is as well, and it drives my mom nuts. I get a lot of my bad habits from my dad. And we leave our socks on the floor. I'm working on that. My mom's yelled at my dad for that his entire life. And I like to, wherever I'm at, my socks are going to be right next to me because I want them off my feet, but I want them next to me. Anyway.
Yeah, see, I sleep with my socks on. I can't.
That's so weird.
It's not weird. There's plenty of people out there that do that.
Whatever. Anyway, I leave the lights on. But okay, this can tie back into one of my pet peeves and we can kind of talk about this.
I'm not done. If you're going into your number 4, I'm not ready.
No.
all
I'm
right.
reverting back into connecting.
Trying to steal my life.
But I am. How do I make this about me? So Travis, one of his superpowers, he has so many, obviously, but you have like OCD and you're particular about like these certain things, but you don't make that my burden. So yes, I trigger you. Me and Milani trigger you when we leave lights on, but you don't make the rest of our day miserable. You don't have these comments putting us down. You don't this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to say it's a you problem because your feelings are valid, but it's
a me
it's
thing.
not. It is.
It's not a problem. It's just a me thing.
Yeah, and I want to.
But also, you guys embrace it. Whereas people that have been at our house, when I go to do the things and I'm picking up after you and I'm doing this because of my, self-diagnosed OCD, where it's just, if people are coming down here and they stay with us, I'm all for it. I don't care. You want to make a mess, by all means. But I'm not going to let it stay that way.
Yeah,
I will happily pick the shit up while you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that makes people feel uncomfortable.
For sure.
I don't intentionally try to make you feel uncomfortable. I don't clean up and I don't move things around in an angry way.
No.
I'm quiet because I don't want to get distracted and then turn my OCD into ADHD. But
that's the thing. You do something. So first of all, that was one of my other things. You're solution oriented. So if something's bothering you, you're going to fix it. You're not going to complain and make everybody miserable and this, that, and the third. And also, one of my other complaints. I apologize
in advance if you stayed at our house and that has made you feel uncomfortable.
Anybody who stays at our house has to get it, and that is what it is.
No, but again, it's nothing towards you. I get it. You feel you're on vacation, all that. We live a certain way. I like my house. When people say, oh, we have people coming over, okay, I got to tidy up. We're the type of people that, largely because of me, I can sit there and be like, yeah, come on over. And we're going to be sitting right here till you knock on the door because guess what? My house is already tidied up.
Yeah, it's not perfect,
ready to go.
But like his OCD, he does the things that bother him, he just does. And I don't like when people are angry about things that don't actually matter, like I said. And you don't make the things that bother you our problem because I'm not built for those things. Weren't meant to bother me. And if they were meant to bother me, it would bother me. Like that's a you thing. And we learn to coincide
one
with
of my
each
other
other.
things on my list, which will be my next one, is another me thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. You're very particular, but the way that you are with the things you're particular with, you don't make them other people's problems. You don't show your anger for something that doesn't actually require anger. And even
if
as
I did,
far
I
as the
can
light
let it
thing,
go and
you do
fast. Like it's just, I have to get it out, right? Like that's my coping mechanism. If it frustrates me, even if it's a me thing, I don't want to ruin anybody's energy around me, but I'm also not going to harness it because I know myself in and out. I know I'll stew on it.
Mm-hmm.
Something small will snowball it because I'm not perfect. And I'm still working through just being I'm a very peaceful person within. I've accepted everything I've ever done and, good or bad or indifferent, but there's always room to grow.
Yeah.
So I've always accepted the fact that like, this is my coping mechanism. And I often tell people all the time, especially you, where it's like, if I know that I'm angry about something, you have to know me enough to just not comment. Don't make the comment to me because that makes me worse.
Sometimes I have to comment because we got to talk this shit out.
But I don't want it sometimes.
Yeah,
and you
for
know
sure.
that. And you pick your spots.
But you're very peaceful. And like I said, solution oriented. And the thing with the lights for me, like if you made it a big deal that we left lights on, my brain would automatically go to, we got electricity money. Like why? When I grew up, my mom,
light bill money.
Right. But when I grew up, that's what my mom say. Like you're running up the electricity bill. You're doing this, you're doing that. At the end of the day, now that I kind of understand electricity and money and all these things, if I'm adding $100 to our electricity bill because I keep leaving the lights on, that is not worth you being angry at me for leaving the light on.
I'm taking years off my life for that.
That's crazy.
You can train yourself at some point to just turn the light off, but I can't buy the stress back that I've put on my heart. Yeah.
Exactly. So that in proportion to like the amount of anger and how far you let it go, like that matters to me.
It's a quick dissolve. So,
and you just do it and let it go. And again, I'm not saying I can't work on, and I'm not ever going to work on not leaving the lights on because that's how you have a harmonious relationship. But if you were making it a big deal when at the end of the day, we're not hurting for electricity, I can't make that make sense. And that's not fair. So anyway, I'm glad we don't deal with that. So what's your next one that you said it was leading into?
All right. So I'm going to go with 4 and then you'll go with 4.
Sure.
All right. And then you'll go 4, 5, and then I'll end.
Sure.
So my 4th one piggybacks it. And again, it's a me thing. Not being able to get out of the fucking house.
Aw.
I have to throw you and Milani under the
You
bus for
said we
this.
weren't doing each other.
I did. Hey, I didn't blame you for the light. I said that's 100% a me thing, and I blame my parents for lying to me about legally having the light on in the car.
And honestly, maybe like
But
you said in
getting
the
out of
last
the house-
episode where sometimes like you guys didn't have electricity and your lights went off, like maybe that also has to do with why.
Yeah, possibly.
Right?
Just
You can't waste electricity
can't
when
waste
you
no
grew up
electricity
not
when we ain't
always
have
having
none for
it.
days on end.
Exactly. I got him.
Laughing at my trauma
Damn
again.
it.
Getting out of the house. It ties into the number one. My number one is just being late. And that's why my coping thing with that is I just won't get ready until the people in the house that I know take a little extra time to get ready are ready. I'm a dude. I stand for all guys when we say this. And you know what's the funny thing is this shit don't bother you that I sit and I wait to get ready. It bothers a lot of spouses out there that are women to their husbands or boyfriends or fiancés or whatever, to where you see the stigmas out there where the women are getting ready and it's 3 hours and then they just constantly check in on their spouse. Like, why are you not getting ready yet? And they're just sitting watching TV. They're doing work, whatever they're doing. And they're just like, are you not going to get ready? And it's like 2 hours later, the woman's still getting ready and blah, blah. And then it's just like, she's like, okay, I'm about ready to go. And then he gets up and shit, shaves, showers, blah, 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 all in like 12 minutes and 41 seconds. And then she's just still putting on her jewelry. And he's just like, I thought you said you were ready. Because we don't take a long time to get ready. We don't need it. We just don't. I don't know. Even the finest of tuning and sharpening up and the whole nine, a man can literally get his body. Let's just say he didn't have to shower. If he needed to go somewhere and he was wearing a suit, he can literally go in there, put the moisturizer on his face if he does, touch up his facial hair, whatever, brush his teeth, whatever he's got to do, and then put on all his clothes in under 10 minutes.
I'm just saying,
Easily.
if I was bald, I'd be able to do that as well.
It's not just me. I can show you plenty of people that look like Fabio that can get ready in 10 minutes. Like, it just, I don't know. Call us lucky. We just, and you know what? I think one of the big thing is we don't care. We don't care about the perfection. We care about just, do we look good enough? Do we feel good? We're good. Women have a thing where they have a desire more than men to feel their appeal, or parents more than men.
See, for as complaining as you are about this, I feel like I don't even take a long time. I don't have a whole like routine.
No, you don't. But because you have
do.
curly hair, that's your biggest holdup.
You know what else? Okay, I'm a lollygagger, and my brain. As we're out the door, I thought of 5 more things I need to run back to the room for.
That's the problem.
I'm running back when we're trying to get out. We're trying to get out the door, and I promise you, I'm running back and forth to the bedroom 4 or 5, and taking my shoes off every time, putting them back on, because I don't know. I think of all these things that I forgot, or I need to grab, or I need to change, or I need to move things around, quit, whatever it is. As I'm going out the door is when all those thoughts come to me. So I don't take a long time in the bathroom getting ready. Like, it's not the whole, I just throw on clothes. Mm-hmm. It's not that process of it. It's the actual, what do I need?
Am I ready?
Yeah, like all the little things.
I'm dressed, but am I ready?
Yeah. And that's how my brain works. The running list doesn't come to me on the way out the door. I get hit with all the things I forgot.
So at least I can say, I know I speak for overwhelming majority of men feel the same way I feel. So even though I said that this is a me thing, it is, because it's my trigger, right? But I definitely speak for most men on this front. Yeah. So what do you got for your 4?
So my next one is, I can't stand when people give advice when they haven't figured it out. Such as,
yeah. Or even taking it from it.
Oh, or taking their own advice. Like, for instance, don't you dare give me any financial advice if you're not rich as fuck. Don't you dare. I don't want to say that, not if you're not rich as fuck, but if you're not good with money, don't you dare give anybody relationship advice when your relationships are a mess.
Yeah.
You have not attracted a partner that works for you. You are not the partner that works for your partners. And here you are giving somebody else relationship advice. Or I know somebody who had a whole relationship, like, I don't want to say a business, but like they were spewing advice, and like, you could not they have the worst relationships. Like, please stop giving advice on things that you haven't mastered. If you want to give your opinion, that's one thing. And if you want to tell your story based on where you're at, that's one thing. But giving people advice on things that you haven't actually figured out
Or experienced,
walked through, you haven't mastered, you haven't overcome it, you haven't made it better. Fuck you. I hate that.
Damn. I don't even feel like there's much to open unpack there. I feel like that's so direct that you can't even.
Because that's a blanket. That
There's
goes
no
across.
dissecting it. There's no reason. There's nothing to even say like how it's not triggering.
Yeah.
It's right there.
I can almost even like piggyback it or like a point A or like a subcategory of that a little bit. But I also can't stand people who are like bitter or angry or negative, not nice. And then they wonder why their life is a mess.
Yeah, I'm huge on that too.
Like I had somebody not long ago in a conversation was bragging about how they're not the ones that give to the homeless. They don't give. They acknowledge that person on the street, blah, blah. Their whole life's falling apart right this second. Like literally. And in my mind, I'm like, it all correlates. You're not out here being a good person and you're not attracting good.
And no way are we saying you should just give money to the homeless every time you see them. But like.
That's not a flex that you're not
Correct.
the person who gives simultaneously while your life is falling apart. But they're literally in conversation. It was presented as a flex that they weren't that way. They weren't the ones.
You're going to be sitting next to them on the side.
Hello. They're not the ones that pay for the ones behind you in line. Like that's not a flex, especially when your life is falling apart. Like it all correlates, and I can't stand people who.
I don't know. I don't like that. Just the type person that if I got $1, someone in need's gonna get $2 from me.
100%. Why? Because at the end of the day, you end up being able to alchemize $5 because of that interaction. Like, and that's just how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like my point A, point B.
What's your grand finale?
Oh, like nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right,
I hit all the heavy hitters up front.
It's all right. I got a big
Wait,
fire.
You on? You did 4 already? This is number 5?
So I went 1. You went 2, 3.
Okay.
I went 2, 3.
Oh,
I don't know.
My last one's dumb.
Is it?
Yeah. It's
Go ahead.
totally off topic.
That's all right. I'll bend it with a bang. I got a firework for the last one.
I
got a firework for the last one.
All right. I do not. I hate specifically watching people chew gum crazy.
Okay.
Like,
no, that's fine.
Specifically, the look of the way that the mouth moves.
Yeah. It's like you got a dislocated jaw or something.
Yeah, I can't.
Nah, I get that.
And then it'll be somebody like specifically on camera for something.
Honestly, that's so triggering for me sometimes, depending on how you look. Yeah. And I'm not trying to judge, but like if you're just minding your business, chewing like that.
That's one thing.
That's one thing. If you're in the middle of like a social circle and you're chewing your gum like that, dude, I'm going to get triggered and I got to walk away.
A presentation, a conversation. Yeah. Any of those situations where
I've called my friends out for that.
Yeah.
Though. But I look at that. I was just nicely though. I say like, hey, I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but like you chew gum pretty aggressively.
Yeah. And a lot of people aren't aware of it. They probably would want to know.
And that's the term I use. I say you chew it aggressively. That could mean, dang, I hope you don't hear my indigestion.
I hear it through the mic.
Apologies. But I tell them nicely, and then that's way they can take it however they want. Do I chew ugly? Do I chew mad? Do I chew aggressively? Like, I'm just letting you know you chew aggressively.
Yeah. And they have to just then look at themselves and evaluate what they want to change, if anything. Yeah, that's a big trigger. Like, chill out, bro. Your gum didn't do anything to you.
I don't even feel like I chew
no, you have a little
gum as often. No, but people that chew gum, they just they're rapidly moving their jaw up and down. Whereas I just do a couple up and downs, and then it just kind of sits in my mouth, and then a few more ups and downs.
You're right. It's not the constant.
No, I don't
chomping.
No, yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know what I do. Let's chew gum later and see. I'll look at you and you look at me.
Hi, my name's Gum. All right. So number 5. Here we go. When you go out to eat and the server doesn't inform you off the rip what they're out of, how many times have we gone out to eat, especially in a place that we're just trying because it's a recommendation? And I by no means am I a picky eater.
Yeah.
But if I see something on the menu that looks really good, I typically make 2 options right away. I know a lot of people don't, but I make 2 options right away. That way I'm ready to go. if they don't have it. Your job is to know what is going on in the restaurant at all times when it comes to serving a table.
Yeah.
If you know that you're out of something, why the fuck would you not just be like, oh, we're out of this today as you're introducing yourself before you take our drink order? Well, you just want to make your life more miserable?
Yeah.
You want to let me know that you now have to come back to the table if you're not me that has a second meal ready to go? But then, how many times it happened that they were out of the goddamn second one?
Yep. Plenty of time. And then they did, after you ordered the first one, it's not like they said, oh, here are the other things we're out of.
Yeah.
They just let you go pick more things that they knew they were out of.
That shit is wild.
I just want to say I love that this was on your list when I was the server bartender.
That's why I said that you're going to like it.
I didn't go there at all in my list. Yeah. And I love that you went there because this is such a good one.
But you never did that. You made sure to let people know that they were out of something.
I'm good at my job.
If you were out of a beer or whatever, like especially if it's popular.
Especially if you're ordering beers. Yeah, I'm going to let you know we're out of. And especially if you have ordered something and I maybe didn't know I was out of it and then I had to come back and tell you, now you're going to get the full list so you don't order any more of that. Or if you order,
or if you do go to the back and you find and you weren't aware, like you said, like you come back with the full list. I don't think it's in most servers' minds to just ask the kitchen or the manager, whoever's like, hey, are we out of anything else so I can let them know? Like you're just come back.
So actually, just because I was a server bartender, in almost every kitchen I've ever worked in, there's an 86 board because the kitchen wants to communicate with the servers what they're out of because they don't want to create angry customers. They want to you have to have that.
Why is it called 86?
I don't remember. I used to know and I don't remember.
I always heard that too. And no, it was always like, oh yeah, 86 the cheese or something. Like, what the hell does that mean?
86 means you're out of it. But
yeah, but
there's not it's not super fun story. I remember looking it up and it was just like a term.
Let's do it real quick while we're on here.
Even in regular conversation about not food stuff, if somebody's out of something or if you want to cancel it or say I'm having a conversation and then I want to renege on what I just said, I'll say 86 what I just said. Forget about it. Cancel it.
You know it's renege.
Renege? No, I don't know.
I couldn't. I wasn't sure if you said what I thought you said.
I don't know that I've ever even said that word before. That's
no,
funny.
but that when we were growing up, I think that's what all the kids said.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why that came out in conversation because that's not a word I use. Renege.
I don't know. So it just this can't be right. So this says. The origin is uncertain, but likely dates to the 1920s or 30s when theories pointed to a popular New York City speakeasy, soda fountain slang, or other industry-specific origins. It can also mean to refuse service to a person, though most common use is for menu items. So
it didn't explain anything.
So it says, this is hilarious. Chumley's Restaurant, a speakeasy at 86 Bedford Street, in New York City, where 86 was a warning code to get patrons out the back door during a police raid.
That's crazy. So get out. We're out of it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Wait, that's actually way more fun than I hope that's the story. Because I feel like when I looked it up, it was just there were a bunch of different things that just were relevant to different numbers, and 86 happened to be where.
So to piggyback that with the being out of something in the server thing with the soda, like I said, the soda. That shit, to piggyback the service thing, I can't stand when a fucking server, when you ask for a Sprite and they came back before it was Starry and they come back with a Sierra Mist. If you are a Sprite lover, Sierra Mist tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Do not give me Sierra Mist without warning. That's the pet peeve.
That's a good one.
They switch it without telling you, oh, I'll take a Coke.
And they
normally they say, is Pepsi okay? Or they should tell you we have Pepsi or Coke products. But don't bring me the alternative without informing me because now I'm mad at you.
Yep.
That shit is upsetting.
Now I'm mad at you.
Now I'm mad. It's upsetting because Starry is not that bad since they've had to switch the recipe. Starry's not terrible, but Sierra Mist was dog shit comparison to Sprite. And Coke and Pepsi, there are people out there that say they taste the same. Dude, you need to go get checked because one is heavy and it's super carbonated, and the other one is just carbonated, very light and
one's
sweet.
Sweeter, yeah. I personally, it's funny because you are very particular about that. I've never cared I definitely would always let people know because I know people care. But if somebody brought me a Coke and I wanted Pepsi, I don't care. I'm just going to drink it.
Well, how many times have we been out and like, because I only drink Sprite
And
for
you're
soda,
very particular about
and
yours.
that's it. I only drink. I mean, I'll have Starry if they have Starry now, but Sierra Mist, it was terrible. It's definitely a different formula. But how many times have we been out and I've been like super excited to order something? I'm like, can I have a Sprite? And then if the person informs me, they'd be like, oh, we have Pepsi products, and I'm like, it's sad, and it's like a sad, sad lost boy voice. I'd be like, I'll just take a water with lemon.
Mm-hmm. And then we all go cry.
There goes
about
my
it.
whole menu meal. Like,
Yeah, he's particular.
I now
about
have to
that.
switch what I'm going to eat because I don't have anything carbonated for like a heavy meal.
Man, if I knew we were going to go the service industry route, I could come up with 100 million pet peeves right now just because I hate when people don't do their job right. And
We'll
it's
make
such,
that
honestly, a simple job.
We'll task it for another episode.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I really hate, I hate when you don't introduce yourself. It is the server
If I have to ask you for your
101.
name, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's a
Not
number
because I
one.
forgot, but just because I don't know.
It's the number one thing you learn. Like, don't come up to me like, hey, what's your order? Like, who the fuck are you? What's your name?
Yeah.
Who do I call you? You know, anyway, I've been a server for a long time and I just don't understand how you don't do that because I want people to feel like you know. Also, sales psychology. When people know, like, and trust you, they're going to buy more from you. Like,
Yeah.
you want to, that's literally the number one gateway to somebody getting to know you just on the entry level. Make up a name if you have to, but give somebody something to call you. That just makes them comfortable with you serving them in the first place. Like that is literally everything 101. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Well, that was my
That was
5. That was
fun.
your 5. Yeah.
That was cool. They were lighthearted-ish, and that was fun. We're not very picky people, as you can tell.
Just everybody's got their own things, man.
Yeah.
So appreciate you listening in. And as always, peace up. A-Town down.